Greetings from cold Arctic Tampa. It is I, Jordy Scrubbings, with another version of the Jordy Scrubbings Show. This is episode 4, I believe, something like that. Anyway, let me take this hood off here. I just want to tell you guys, I just got back from my first ever Tampa death metal show in Ybor City tonight. I got to see four death metal bands. I'm not normally a big death metal guy, but I've been reading a lot on Tampa's influence on the metal scene. Apparently, Tampa is the birthplace of death metal. I did not know this until about a month ago, and so I've been waiting, kind of biding my time to go see a death metal show, and actually got to see one of the legendary greats tonight in the death metal genre, especially as pertains to Tampa. And I'll get to them here in a moment. But it was a four-band show, $15, four bands at the Crowbar in Ybor City. First band I saw was a band by the name of Headless Missionary. They were pretty good. No lead singer. They actually asked the crowd if anybody in the crowd could sing or if they knew anybody to point them out to Headless Missionary, and hopefully Headless Missionary could find a head and form like Voltron and find a new lead singer. But they were pretty good. Very groove-based, Black Sabbath riffs, a lot of time changes. So they kept it pretty interesting. The second band was a band called Destin Rune. These guys were a lot more traditionally metal. For one, they had a lead singer, unlike Headless Missionary. But Destin Rune was fronted by a guy who very much fit the Nathan Explosion from Metalocalypse template. Big dude, long hair, could growl, scream, yell. Very versatile voice. I mean, he started off with a yeah type of thing and really got into growling and everything like that. But it was funny when he said, when he's talking to the mic and addressed the crowd, he'd say things like, "How are you guys doing?" Not too much different from the tone of voice I'm using right now. But then he dropped down to almost a demonic scream and growl. Got kind of scary. But really good band. Both the lead singer and the bassist. Oh, I'm sorry, the rhythm guitarist both had long hair, so they did the whole, whipping it around and everything like that. Totally metal. They were a good band. Another thing to point out about them is in between songs they didn't sip whiskey or beer or anything. The lead guitarist drank Powerade, and the lead singer drank what looked to be Arizona iced tea. I thought that was pretty funny. These guys looked a little older. They looked probably late 30s, early 40s. They were not drinking the alcohol, but going towards the safer drinks. Actually, one of my followers on Twitter said, yeah, they probably ran 3 miles and flossed before they went out there too. So I thought that was pretty funny. And of course, as another follower, or one of my Twitter followers said, sure it wasn't sweet tea, because that would kind of ruin the metal image. So, all in all, Destin Rune was a pretty good band. The third band that came up was a younger band by the name of Unkempt. Unkempt. Unkempt was pretty good. They were loud. The lead singer was amazingly energetic. They were a five-piece band, 2 guitar players, a bassist, a drummer, and the lead singer. Lead singer talked to the crowd, engaged the crowd. Mentioned he was from Polk County. So I'm assuming that's Polk County, Florida. So it's another local band, or semi-local, Polk County not being too far away from here. They were pretty good. Difficult to understand at times. His voice wasn't as demonic sounding as the lead singer from Destin Rune. He almost sang in a normal tone a few times. Wasn't much you can understand with like a lot of death metal lyrics. It's growls, grunts, and indecipherable lyrics, but it's part of the charm, I guess. But like I said, Unkempt was a pretty solid band. The headliner was Obituary, the death metal legends from Tampa. Obituary is a five-piece band, lead singer, 2 guitar players, bassist, drummer. Like I said, everybody had long hair. Everybody did the whipping of hair around thing, just like that. Lead singer was a beast. He didn't sing in that demonic tone either. It's really interesting. He kind of sang almost just like he talked. But it had almost like a screechy sound to it, and you really couldn't understand much of what he was saying. I did catch things like there was a river full of blood, or a waterfall of blood, stuff like that. And of course some of the choruses, we rot slowly, or slowly we rot. I'm sorry, that was one of their big ones. But the crowd was really into Obituary. I was, pleasantly surprised. Everybody got into them. These guys, like I said, Obituary's been around. They mentioned they've been around for about 25 years. So for 25 years now, this Tampa-based band has been rocking the death metal scene. I believe they're on their way to Europe after this show. And so I guess kind of Tampa is sort of either a homecoming or a warm up for them. They kind of jam, they work out the kinks, then they hit the road. It's really kind of a nice thing for the Tampa fans. And like I said, there were plenty of them. But anyway, like I said, to conclude, my first foray into Tampa death metal was very enjoyable. I'll probably end up going again. Maybe not make it a regular occurrence, but every few months, head on over to Crowbar or some other place where they have death metal and go check myself out a show. All right, and if you're in the Tampa area, I hope to see you there. All right, later. Peace.